Welcome, everyone. Welcome to another Wednesday night. The fundamentals to gain inner peace with your host, Coach Menachem Bernfeld. And tonight we're going to be talking about the hidden wants driving our emotions. What's that want? The past few weeks we've been discussing the concept of letting go. Obviously, after experiencing the emotion, because wanting to let go without experiencing the emotion is resisting. Resisting the emotion, resisting the situation, resisting what's going on. That means you don't like it. You want to let go. So you came here to figure out, how do I let go of this? How do I push it away? How do we stop what's going on? And I'm going to be telling you, no, stop. Don't push it away. Just experience it. Let it be. Feel it. Just breathe with compassion. You don't want to feel it. It's scary. You don't know what it is. You're not used to it. But just allow it to be. And that's how we slowly, I wouldn't say we let it go. That's how it could slowly leave. But if we fight it, if we're fighting what's going on, if we're resisting what's going on, and the only reason I'm here doing the work is I want to change it, that's resistance. And that's holding on tight to it with a grip. So what we want to do is, instead of holding on to it, slowly take a deep breath and start moving your fingers. If you've been holding on to it for a very long time, it's not easy to move your fingers. It's just stuck. You'll try to move your fingers very hard. So you do slowly. Slowly. Doesn't have to happen in one day, not in 1 week. Practice, breathe, and things will move, Mitzvah. Okay. So let's get grounded before we start. And take a deep breath, both feet on the floor. Just becoming aware of where I am physically in the room I'm in. Just looking around, say, oh, here I am. Deep breath in and out. You can stretch, whatever works, just to slow down. And take a deep breath and be in the moment. Here I am. And then turn inwards just to become aware of what's going on in my body. Many times the body has messages to tell me. We don't always listen. But we slow down and we can connect. It's okay to slow down for a few minutes. Just take it easy. There's nothing to do now. I know you have a to-do list, but for a few minutes we can put it on the side. And in this moment, there is nothing to do. Just becoming aware of where I am and what my body is feeling. Deep breath, connect to the breath, and let it all out. And if there's anything you're holding on to, any feeling, emotion in your body, on the exhale, you can always feel a little bit of release. Inhale to that part. And exhale. Let it do what it needs to do. Don't push. One more time. Inhale. And let let it go. Beautiful. Okay. So today we're going to discuss a little bit deeper. Yes, we want to learn how to allow the emotions to be and different ways how we let go by allowing. We discussed the Sedona Method, the three questions. Could I let this feeling go? Would I let it go if I could? And when? You don't have to think too much how it works. It's all subconscious. Just by asking these questions, it opens up a little bit of ideas, something that you're holding on to. And just by saying, could I let this feeling go? Even if your answer is no, something happens. So that's okay. Could I let it go? Would I let it go? If I could let it go, would you? If you could let it go, would you let it go? And when? So I'm wondering if any of you got to actually practice, try it out, and see what happened. You can share in the chat if you did. And if you didn't, it's also very important to just say, this is where I am. I come Wednesday night to listen, but I don't want to do I don't want to practice it. I just want to listen. That's good. It's an awareness. I do find many people, logic. They want more information, understand what's going on, but it's hard to actually experience what we're talking. And all that we talk about is emotions. Emotions are all experience. It's experiencing what's going on, but it's not easy. And many times we find something to just be busy with so we don't have to experience what's really going on. So, one of the ways to not experience is to intellectualize. So even by coming here tonight and listening to the concepts, which is amazing, you want to take it to the next level. You want to be able to actually do the work when you're ready. Not always easy, but there are people that are smart and they understand emotions. They can talk about it, they can explain it, and sometimes that's me. But to allow to feel what's coming up, sometimes it's hard. So intellectualizing is another form of escaping, of not experiencing. So what I would do and recommend for others is stop talking. After you finish talking, you explained it, you discussed it, and then stop and just be aware. What do you feel? What's coming up? That's the experience we're looking for. To actually feel. So these three questions. So I'm wondering, share in the chat if you tried it out just by asking three questions. You can do it once a day, twice a day. Just stop for a moment. Ask yourself when you feel something, right? So it's after feeling. You feel it, you allow yourself to feel. I feel it. And then you ask, could I let this go? Would I let it go? When? And just see what happens. That's it. Just be in touch with your body. So some of you have and some of you haven't experienced. Beautiful. So if you did, keep it up. Keep it up and see where it goes. It's not a one-time thing. It's an awareness. And if you can practice and live with it, anytime this discomfort comes up, Somebody does something, says something, a situation. You feel it. You don't like it. You're not pushing it away, but you're feeling it. And then you can ask yourself, could I let this feeling go? Would I let it go? And when? Beautiful. So write it down and start doing it. And I'll ask you next week how it went. So now, what they discuss in the Sedona Method, and again, it's a book, Sedona Method, behind almost every feeling, behind the feelings that we hold on to, there's a want. There's a want driving the emotions. And they boil it down to three wants. Number one is wanting to control. Number two is want approval. And number three is wanting security. And that's why we usually hold on to these emotions and we can't let go because I want to be in control or I want approval or I want security. So let's discuss one at a time and see if we can apply it to something that we're holding on in our life, something that we're holding on, it's hard to let go. And let's see what the wants are. Okay, just a second. So let's do number one, wanting to control. Think of a situation, whether it's controlling people or feeling, even a feeling you don't want to feel. You want a situation to be different, people to be different, to do different things. You're sitting in traffic. You tell somebody advice and they're not listening to you. Sometimes it could be your kids. They're not listening. Or that feeling, sitting in traffic many times. You have to get there. What is it that's so hard? What's that want? So that could be wanting to control the situation. If I'm sitting in traffic and I'm stuck, there's nothing I can do. Can't control it. Sometimes a feeling of anger can come up because I want to control. I have to get home faster, get to the meeting, I'm going to be late. So all of those emotions, let's say the anger, is because I want to have control and I don't. So the anger comes up. You give somebody advice and they're not listening to you. You want them to do it the way you think is right. And you feel frustrated because you want to control the situation. So let's stop for a moment. Where in my life do I want things to be the way I want? Very simple. I want it to go the way I think it should be. So that's control. Okay, not easy to let go. Then we have wanting approval. You want others to like you, others to respect you, think highly of you, believe you know what you're talking about. You know, I can't let that go. You want the approval. You want approval from others. You sit in a meeting and you share your idea, and it doesn't look like they like it. They don't respond. You feel embarrassed, hurt. It's so not nice. And you start feeling those emotions that come up because you want approval. And that's okay. Just let's be aware of it. That's okay. We're all in it together. Today's days online, if you post something and you wait for the response, what are people gonna say? Is it gonna be a heart or not? You post something and nobody responds, what feeling comes up? All of those emotions come up. You want somebody to, approve. So that's number two. Again, you want control. We all want control. We want approval. And the third one is wanting security. You want to feel safe. You want to feel stable. Your situation should be, I know where I am, I know what's going on, even though it's not perfect, but I have it figured out. Don't put me in a space where I won't know. That's scary. You want to be certain, you want to be protected. That's the feeling of wanting security. It could be financial security or social security when you speak up, or how to speak up in the, social. Are they gonna say something? You want to feel safe, so sometimes we rather be quiet. Because that's my safe zone. I want to be secure, comfort zone. I don't want to go out of it because when I go out of my comfort zone, I don't feel secure. I don't know what's going to happen. And talking about financial security, many times you can be secure for today, for tomorrow, but next week, in a month, looking forward, you don't feel secure. So emotions come up, worry. What am I going to do? How am I going to work this out? So it's not in the moment, it's a thought that you have just by wanting to be secure. And socially, we have a fear of creating conflict. If I'm going to say something, I want to be secure, feel safe. So I'd rather just be quiet. So those are the three wants that we have. And those wants bring up the emotions. So let's stop for a moment. Again, wanting control, approval, and security. So let's stop for a moment and just tap in. See what's something in my life where I feel I'm just not happy with the way it is, or heavy emotions come up. You can share them in the chat. Let's try to see if we can figure out which one is behind control, approval, and security. Yeah, anything that you want. Yeah, you can start with that if it's easier. You want something. We discussed wanting something many times is resistance to what is the situation I am in now. So just being aware. I want to have control in my life. When things happen unexpected, we don't like it. That's it. Very good. Proximity to my children, grandchildren. They don't live next to you. Beautiful. Just see it. See it come up, and then try to see the emotions that come up. And what's the want? Could be approval, could be security. You didn't get your project done, and just being aware of, are you harsh? Thinking I could have done much better. Just be aware of that. What happens when you're in the space of things are not working the way you want, you're not performing the way you want? Connection to a life partner. Very good. So if somebody's looking for a life partner, for a shidduch, so there's a lot of insecurity, but but to go deeper, what is it that you want? And that could be a hard one. We all want it. We're human. Those are the ones that you know, you want to have connection. You want to have, it could be feeling secure. You believe that after you get married, you will feel secure. You will get approval from your spouse, or maybe control in your own house. You don't have to be by appearance, or you have, you know, I'm thinking these are things that, marriage, it's important to talk about it because if this is how you go into marriage, many times think about what happens with our expectations. Let's say you go into marriage because you feel after I get married, I will feel I need approval and they're going to give it to me. Well, those who are married, no, not always. Sometimes, but not always. And what do you do then? Like, oi, these are the needs. We need it. And the need is the thing that's holding on and not letting us go because I need this, I need it, I need it. And what we're slowly seeing over here is just being aware that I need it. And then we can ask the three questions. Can I let go of this need? Wow. Can I let go of this need? What happens if I let go of this need? Right? And would I? Would I let go? And when? So this is another thing you can ask the questions on this need. Whatever the need comes up, that could I let go? Would I let go? And when? And like we discussed, marriage, if you go into a marriage, I don't, obviously you want it, it's a need, but if you can let go of that need and you're okay by letting go and not needing the needs, you go into the situation much healthier. But again, it doesn't mean you're not going to have it. You're going to have those feelings, but it's not going to hold on to it so tight. You'll be able to see it, feel it, allow it, and then you can ask yourself, can I let this go? Would I? And when? Very good. Moving forward, onward to a better job. Very good. A better job, whether it's a partner, being healthier, all of these ideas. In other words, I am not happy with my situation now. You might say, what do you want me to be happy? First of all, if I'm happy now, I'm never going to pursue. No, you will, but we're coming from a healthier place. Sure, you'll look out, whether it's a job, a partner, or do exercise, whatever you need. But if it's coming from a place that I don't like where I am now, I don't like the way I feel now, I don't like my situation. So that's resistance, and that's heavy. And you're pushing and fighting. And you can think to yourself, how long am I sitting with the situation already, fighting and pushing? And you might see for many, it's been a while. So if hasn't worked till now, now let's change your mindset and let's see if it works. Changing the mindset is, you know what? I don't like the situation. I do want to change it. I don't like the way it feels. I don't want to be where I am now. Take a deep breath. You become aware of all of that. I feel it. You're waiting for the next step. Wait, wait, wait. We'll go there in a minute, but first feel it. Because wanting to go to the next step is the resistance. So step number one is just to be aware of the situation I don't like. Allow the feeling to come up. Allow the need of control, the needs of approval. Just allow that feeling to come up and feel it. Where in your body do you feel it? Exactly, very good. Now that we felt it, we can ask, can I let this go? Would I let this go? And when? Can I let this go? The answer doesn't make a difference. Just say the words. Can I let this go? Would I? And when? And you're in a more relaxed state, in okay state. And now you can open your eyes, look around, and beautiful. If a job comes up, amazing. Partner comes up, amazing. You ready to go do some exercise? That's beautiful. Wow, nobody's fighting, nobody's pushing. It's something that you want, something that you would love to do. Until now, it came from a place of all of that pressure, but we're allowing it, not trying to change what's going on so that it can move, it can become a little bit easier, a little bit lighter. Okay, so this is the homework. Homework for the week. Ask yourself these questions. And if you can go deeper, what is it that what's that need? What's that want? What is it that if I don't have it, I can't let go? Is it wanting control? Is it wanting approval or security? And write it down, become aware. We don't have to change, we're just becoming aware. Amazing. Okay, if you have any questions, we could spend a few minutes with questions. Can this shift the mindset lead to missing an opportunity? What do you mean by missing opportunity? You might look back and say, maybe I missed opportunity in the past. What do you mean by missing opportunities? Is it something that you're scared that if I don't look out all day for one thing, I might miss it? Or I might see in the past? Where does wanting a challenge fit in? You mean by wanting to have that challenge, which people like to have a challenge in life? Okay, here's a good question. What's if I don't want? I don't want to feel. So which want is that coming from? I don't want to feel. So yes, I guess there's also I don't want. What is it that you don't want? Why don't you want to feel what's coming up? So that could be a want to control. Because when I allow the emotions to come up and these feelings to come up, I feel like I'm losing control. Whether it's controlling your situation, stability, your experiences. You want to be in a place where you're used to. You're going to learn new things, going out of your comfort zone, allowing those emotions to come up. Oh, that could be scary. You're letting go of control. You want to have control. You don't want to let go of that. I need to know what's going to happen today. I need to know how it works. It has to make sense. If it doesn't make sense, what happens? We have to figure it out. We need to put it in a box. Because without it, I feel like I'm losing control. If I feel it, I'll fall apart. It's going to be too overwhelming. So, yeah, there could be control by not wanting to feel. So, you can do the work on that also when you feel that you don't want to feel. Just feel it. I don't want to feel it. Feel that. You feel I don't want to feel it. And then see what comes up. And then you can, could I welcome this feeling? Could I allow this feeling to be here? The feeling that I don't want to let go. I don't want to feel this feeling and just allow it to be. And then you can ask yourself, can I let this go? Okay, 1 minute. Okay, if I let go of the need, an opportunity arrives, will the laid back attitude cause me to miss the opportunity? Very good. So this is a question that like, many people ask when you talk about these concepts of letting go, and then everything feels like relaxed, taking it easy, and you think, wait a second. Hmm. So that could be a need of control because I need to be there when the opportunity comes up. I don't want to miss it. But let's stop for a moment and see how heavy that could be. That's holding on to something. Look around your life. What are you holding on to because you don't want to miss the opportunity? What am I doing in my day because I don't want to miss the opportunities? And many times that can get overwhelming, you know, and I might ask you, why don't you do the work? Just ask yourself if you can let it go. And the reason why it's hard to let it go, because if I let go, I will miss opportunities. So I'm out of control. I want to be able to be in control as much as possible. So that's where it comes in. And if you want to go a little spiritual and bring in Hashem, how much of it can we really do? How much of it is really up to us? So this is how it works. Hashem wants us to do whatever we can, but not from a place of control, not from a place that it's up to me and I have to, and me, I, and everything is me. Hashem, it's all up to you. You want me to do the work, so I'm going to do the work, but not from a place of control. And that's not always easy because if I feel I have control, I'll do it. If I feel I don't have control, why do it? So that takes us into that emunah and betachon conversation. If it's all up to Hashem, then why do ishtadlus? Okay, beautiful. Thank you very much. And thank yourself. And just be aware of what came up. Try to do the work. Start experiencing life. And if you have a hard time letting go, see what the needs. What's that need? That if I feel or if I let go, what's going to happen? And write it down. Just become aware of it. Awareness is number one. And feel it. Allow yourself to feel the feeling of not being able to let go because of the need. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next week. Have a good night.